channel.
Today we will share information about around the sea world.
Let's explore the sea!
Morning bass fishing. Is the morning a good time for bass fishing? During warmer months, the morning is one of the very best times of day to catch more and larger bass. During colder months, the morning is typically a lot slower and the late afternoon actually has the best fishing since this is when water is warmest. Best time of day for bass fishing. During most warmer month is the early morning from dawn until about 2 hours after sunrise, and in the afternoon from 2 hours before sunset until dusk. This is typically when the water is coolest and bass are less affected by direct sunlight. This frees them to roam in search of food and stray far from shaded cover. Even better than the morning is in the hours right before a steady rainfall or cold front arrives, as bass will be eagerly feeding before the cold front arrives and they slow way down. Morning versus evening. To be honest, both times are generally pretty awesome for fishing. It really comes down to personal preference. The morning is a great time to catch bass because the available light is reduced, giving bass a decided tactical advantage over prey. I personally prefer fishing in the evening, but that is just when it is most convenient for me and my work schedule. I do feel the morning is actually superior because bass likely spent the night not feeding on crawfish at first light. You will get more aggressive bites in the morning most of the time. Best baits for morning bass fishing. The best baits to catch bass in the morning are going to be bait fish presentations or craw presentations. Instead, fish down deep on the bottom with tubes, drop shots, worms, square bills, or swim baits. I feel like these are the best morning baits for largemouth and smallmouth bass most of the months. Bass won't want to move fast to catch prey in the morning, so are on the side of slow and methodical. Fishing, morning breakdown. Dawn and sunrise. Bass will have spent the whole night eating little to no food and will be eager to feed. But they do need some light to find food, and that normally won't come until much closer to sunrise. I would launch the boat around dawn and out at your fishing hole just before sunset for the best action. I wouldn't be on the water before sunrise because the bass simply won't be feeding unless you really crawl those baits at them. Early morning. During the summer, the early morning is the best time of the day for bass fishing. I'm referring to the time period from sunrise until about 2 hours after sunrise before water temps start climbing. Bass will be feeding aggressively to make up for the not eating much, if anything, since sunset the previous night. During winter, the early morning will be slow most of the time and simply not worth fishing if you can go fishing later in the day instead. Mid-morning. After early morning has ended, you will start to see diminishing returns when it comes to base action. Every hour closer to noon you get, the slower you can expect the bite to be during the summer. Bass will start feeding in mid-morning because early morning will have been too chilly for them to really chase down food. Late morning. While bass will be pretty docile in the heat of the midday, they will be very predictable. You can expect to find bass holding tight to structure either shallow or down deep. I really like fishing weeds for these midday bass because you can target the biggest bass at the thickest clumps of weeds. Big bass get the right of way for the best grass with shade, and that is exactly where they will head. Big bass will occupy the best shade under the thickest clump of grass when the sun is overhead. Tips for morning bass fishing. 1. Take advantage of hungry bass. One thing I want you to remember is that bass will be the hungriest in the morning that they will be all day. That is because most bass can't find or catch food at night. Bass may go 8 hours or more since their last meal when you start pitching baits at them. 2. Fish near the bottom. I have found that bass do much of their morning feeding down near the bottom of the water column. They are mostly feeding on bait fish and crawls in the early morning hours. You will be much better off fishing on the bottom with drop shots, Ned rigs, or square bills in shallow water. 3. Bait fish or crawls. Bass tend to focus on crawfish and baitfish in the early morning hours. Frogs are eaten more so in the afternoon. Jigs work awesome too and are a great way to finesse fish but still draw big bites from trophy bass. Also, if your lake has kokanee or trout, that is the bait big bass will hit most aggressively.
Thanks for watching this video.
Don't forget to like,
Comment,
share,
and subscribe this channel.
see you later!